So hello friends, we are again here with a new unboxing and review video, and this time we have a very special watch by Avi-8 or AVI-8. So this is the Indian limited edition watch by Avi-8. It's a watchmaker from Great Britain, and this is what the label says. So Bizzotico is the importer and marketer in India, and otherwise it is manufactured and exported from Hong Kong under, of course, British license. So let's unbox it and see what do we get inside. So as I told, this is a special edition and limited edition watch and about India. So here is the box. So the box is also colored in the tricolor of Indian flag, that is orange, white and green. So that's very unique and thoughtful of Avi-8 to have this kind of watch. So once we open it, we get something like this. So briefly, there is a watch. There's a NATO strap, additional NATO strap with Indian flag insignia over here, and there's a watch or strap change tool. On the top flap, there is a like Indian tricolor printed for reference, and we have a small instruction manual, which seems to be a common instruction manual, and it talks about what can be done with this, what should not be done. For example, splash showering is okay because this would be 50 meter of 5 ATM water resistant. Swimming and bathing is also okay, but beyond that, any professional diving or sports is not allowed. So let's pick up the watch. So what it says, Avi-8 Indian limited edition. So again, the color combinations are maintained in the form of tricolor of India. So here is the tag with which it comes. It says Avi-8. The number or identifier model number of the watch is AV4052IN01. So let's keep it aside. And zoom in for the watch. So here we have the watch. So this watch is part of the Hawker Hunter series, and if I just tell you the background of Hawker Hunter, so this is a watch dedicated to the Indian Air Force, which used to fly Hawker Hunters in the period during 1954 to 1996. So sourced from the British. This watch also has a it is also called a retrograde chronograph. So retrograde chronograph, and like the instrument panel or instrument cluster of the Hawker Hunters, uh, the watch also shows chronograph in that fashion. So as if it's an instrument cluster of the aircraft, which looks very nice. And it's a limited edition watch, and it shows the Indian Air Force logo, and the R markers are very distinctive in this. So very few watches, except few Indian manufacturers, nobody else makes it. The R markers are in Hindi, that is called Devanagari script. That is the local script of India in terms of language. So in Hindi it is mentioned 1 to 12. Otherwise, all other things are in Roman numerals. It has a red color uh, seconds hand and yellow colored hour and minute hand. It has a beautiful strap made of leather and with stripes in Indian tricolor on both the sides. So this is again a big watch, and if I tell you the dimensions and other details, so it has a movement by a Japanese quartz movement of chronograph with three hands, date, a stainless steel case with a I think PVD coating, PVD black coated. Case size is 45 millimeter, and lug to lug distance is 54.5 millimeter, so that makes it quite big or chunky. So it really looks like an instrument cluster on your hand. It has mineral lens with anti-reflective coating, because for an aircraft also anti-reflective coating is very important, because you are exposed to sun directly. And it has a lug to lug width of 22 millimeter, which is very standard and fairly standard, can be easily changed. And it has a genuine leather strap, and weight is around 100 grams. Okay, then there are some very fine things in this watch that we can see. For example, the shorter tip of the second sand is again tricolor. So see, it is colored in the tricolor of India, and here is a minute and hour of the chronograph. So minute, second and hour of the chronograph. If we run the chronograph, all three will start functioning. And this is the beautiful part, see the tricolor on the shorter tip. So the second sand is actually bit orange, or rather orange and not red. Okay, which goes in sync with the color of the flag of India. Now here there is Avi-8 logo on the crown, and the chronograph start and stop buttons are there. This is start, the red one, and the stop on the other hand. And then here there is a bull which is made, which is the insignia of Hawker Hunters, and See, this is a limited edition, and limited in the sense like real limited. There's just 190 pieces of this watch all over the world. Like this is 124th. So 124 by 190 with just 190 pieces available in the world. Wow. So on the hand it looks very comfortable. No issues at all despite being its big size. Of course, the rest should also be like okayish, not very small. And then here it is kind of brushed, not glossy or polished. Whereas the bezel, which is like not a rotating bezel, just the fixed line of the bezel is uh, polished. So overall, a very beautiful timepiece. Let's do a quick wrist check and then followed by the loom check. So this is how it looks like on my 7.25 inch wrist. And I would say after wearing it for a few days, it is very comfortable. And the strap quality of Avi-8 watches is excellent. They are already broken in, and there is no issue, no irritation as such of anything, whether you buy a cheaper one or a costly one. So the range is also quite comfortable as such. Something like starting from $200 to five $600 normally, except few exceptions. So at a very reasonable price, they produce distinctive timepieces, and especially for aviators, keeping the aviators in mind. So here is the loom shot. The loom on the hour markers is like relatively weak, but overall you can easily see time. So these bold hour and minute hands will never get you mistaken in terms of seeing the time. So that like fairly serves the purpose, I would say. So not a very good quality loom, and it is fading also a bit fast, but okay, I would say. So overall, it's a nice tribute to the Indian Air Force, and it's good that Avi-8 recognized the Indian Air Force and the Indian flag by developing an India Special Edition or limited edition watch, which is available in just 190 pieces, which makes it quite antique. And I hope the aviation enthusiasts would have already like uh, have a run for their money for this watch, being such a unique watch, especially for aviators. So, did you like the watch? Or your share me your comments, your feedback on the video, and whether you'd like to see more such videos or not. Please share it on the page. So with this, bye bye and see you in the next video.